Believe in your own strength before anyone else does. Sometimes the world won't see your potential, and that's okay. What truly matters is that you see it. Believe in your own strength before anyone else does, because waiting for validation will only keep you stuck. Think about it. Every great success story started with someone who chose to believe in themselves when nobody else clapped for them. Maybe you felt invisible before. You worked hard, but no one noticed. You had dreams, but people doubted you. That can crush your spirit if you let it. But here is the truth. Your strength isn't defined by how many people cheer for you. It's defined by how many times you choose to keep going, even in silence. Imagine a seed underground. No one sees it, no one praises it. Yet it keeps pushing through the dirt until one day it breaks the surface and grows into something unshakable. That's you. Your belief in yourself is the sunlight that helps you rise. Don't wait for others to believe in you first. Be your own cheerleader. Trust your heart, trust your grind, and keep pushing. The world will catch up eventually, but until then, let your self-belief be louder than their doubts. Remember this: your strength is real, your dreams are valid, and your time is coming. Believe in yourself today, and tomorrow the world will have no choice but to believe too. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start now. If you keep waiting for the perfect time, you'll be waiting forever. There will always be another reason to delay. Too busy, not enough money, not ready yet. But here's the truth: the perfect time doesn't exist. The only time you really have is now. Think about it. How many dreams never happen because people keep pushing them to someday? Someday when they're smarter, someday when they have more resources, someday when they finally feel confident. But that someday often turns into never. Starting now doesn't mean you'll have it all figured out. It just means you're willing to take that first step, even if it's small. Look at every success story. None of them began perfectly. They began messy, unprepared, scared. But starting gave them momentum, and momentum creates progress. Imagine planting a tree. If you wait for the perfect season, the perfect soil, the perfect weather, you'll never plant it. But if you plant it today, even in imperfect conditions, it will still grow. That's how life works too. Progress comes from action, not perfection. So don't wait. Write that first page, launch that idea, start that workout, take that step today. Because the best time to start wasn't yesterday. It's right now. Remember this: imperfect action will always beat perfect intentions. Your future self will thank you for what you start today. Turn "I can't" into "I will find a way." The most dangerous words you can ever say to yourself are, "I can't." The moment those words leave your mouth, you've already built a wall between you and your dreams. But here's the truth: you're stronger than those two little words. Instead of saying "I can't," tell yourself, "I will find a way." Think about this. Every invention, every breakthrough, every success story began with someone who refused to accept "I can't." Imagine if Thomas Edison had said, "I can't make a light bulb." Or if athletes said, "I can't run that fast." We'd have no progress. What separated them wasn't talent alone. It was their refusal to let limits control their lives. When you say, "I will find a way," your mind shifts. Suddenly, instead of giving up, you start searching for answers. Maybe the first attempt fails. Maybe the second doesn't work either. But every failure teaches you something new, and every setback moves you closer to the solution. Life will always throw obstacles in your path. That's a given. But you get to decide: will you stop at the obstacle, or will you climb over it, go around it, or break through it? So replace "I can't" with "I will." Remind yourself daily that there is always a way forward, even if it's not the way you expected. Because once you choose persistence over doubt, nothing can truly stop you. Push through pain, because growth lives there. Pain is uncomfortable, it's heavy, it's exhausting, and it makes you want to quit. But here's the thing most people don't realize: pain isn't your enemy. Pain is proof that you're growing. The very place where you feel like stopping is the exact place where transformation begins. Think about working out. The burn in your muscles doesn't mean you turn weak. It means they start breaking down so they can rebuild stronger. The same rule applies to life. Challenges, failures, heartbreaks, they hurt, but they're shaping you into someone tougher, wiser, and more unshakable than before. Too many people run from pain, thinking it's a sign they're on the wrong path. But pain often means you're exactly where you need to be. Growth doesn't come from comfort. Comfort keeps you the same. Pain stretches you, forces you to adapt, and pulls out strength you didn't even know you had. So when life gets hard and you feel like giving up, remind yourself, this pain is temporary, but the growth it creates will last forever. Every struggle you push through becomes part of your story, part of your strength. Don't run from pain, use it, embrace it, push through it. Because on the other side of pain lives the version of you that's stronger, braver, and unstoppable. Keep going. The growth you've been searching for is already waiting. Small steps forward are still progress. We often think success comes from giant leaps, but the truth is, it's the small steps that carry us the farthest. Don't underestimate the power of moving forward, even if it feels slow. Progress isn't about speed, it's about direction. Think about climbing a mountain. You don't reach the top in one huge jump. You get there one step at a time, even when your legs ache, even when the peak seems too far. Each small step takes you closer, and before you realize it, you've covered miles. Life works the same way. Maybe you're trying to build a new habit. Reading a few pages a day doesn't seem like much, but keep doing it, and in a year, you've finished dozens of books. Saving a small amount of money might feel insignificant, but over time, it grows into security. Every little action compounds into something greater. The danger is thinking small steps don't matter. That mindset convinces people to quit too soon. But remember, progress is progress, no matter how slow. What matters is that you're moving forward, not standing still. So celebrate those little wins. Keep walking, even if it's just an inch at a time, because small steps taken every day lead to massive change tomorrow. Keep moving. The future version of you will thank you for never stopping. Your mind is your biggest weapon. Train it daily. The strongest muscle in your body isn't your arms or legs, it's your mind. And just like any muscle, if you don't train it, it gets weak. Your thoughts shape your life. If your mind is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity, you'll live stuck. But if you train your mind with focus, discipline, and belief, there's nothing you can't overcome. Think about athletes. They don't just train their bodies, they train their minds. They practice visualizing victory, building resilience, and pushing through mental walls. Because when the body wants to quit, it's the mind that says, keep going. Training your mind doesn't always mean reading books or studying for hours. It can be as simple as choosing gratitude in the morning, repeating affirmations that remind you of your strength, or refusing to entertain negative self-talk. Every day, you're either feeding your mind power or feeding it poison. The choice is yours. The world will throw challenges at you. Situations will test you, but if your mind is strong, nothing can break you. So treat your mind like the weapon it is. Sharpen it daily. Fill it with belief, discipline, and courage. Because when your mind is unstoppable, your life becomes unstoppable. Train it today, and tomorrow you'll thank yourself for the strength you built. Excuses won't build your dream, action will. Excuses are easy. They make us feel safe, but they also keep us stuck. You can have a list of reasons why you haven't started yet, or you can start. But here's the truth. Excuses won't build your dream. Action will. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself, I'll do it when I have more time, when I feel ready, when the situation is better? Those excuses sound comforting, but in reality, they're stealing your future. Time keeps moving whether you act or not. The longer you wait, the farther your dream slips away. Successful people aren't the ones with the least excuses. They're the ones who choose action anyway. They wake up tired and still show up. They're scared, but they still try. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They create progress through action. Imagine building a house. You can sit around talking about how strong it will be, how beautiful it will look, how someday you'll start. But unless you pick up the tools and lay that first brick, the house will never exist. Dreams work the same way. So stop feeding yourself excuses. Stop waiting. Start building. Take one step, no matter how small, and then another. Because action, not excuses, is the bridge between where you are now and the life you want to live. Get moving. Your dream is waiting for you to finally show up. Failures are lessons, not endings. Failure hurts. It feels heavy, embarrassing, and sometimes it makes you want to give up. But here's the truth most people forget. Failure is not the end. Failure is a lesson. It's a teacher that shows you what doesn't work so you can figure out what does. Think about how babies learn to walk. They fall over and over again. If falling meant the end, no one would ever learn to stand. But every fall teaches balance. Every stumble builds strength. That's how progress works. Not by avoiding failure, but by using it. Some of the greatest people in history failed countless times. Thomas Edison tested thousands of ways before the light bulb finally worked. Each failure wasn't wasted. It was a step closer to success. The same is true for you. Every mistake you make is information. Every setback carries a lesson. The problem is, too many people see failure as final. They stop trying. They let the fear of failing again paralyze them. But if you shift your perspective and see failure as part of the process, it becomes your greatest tool for growth. So don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid of not trying at all. Remember, failure isn't the end of your story. It's a chapter that makes the victory even sweeter. Learn, adapt, and keep moving. Your success is waiting on the other side of lessons disguised as failures. Stay consistent, even when motivation fades. Motivation feels amazing when it's there. You're fired up, excited, and ready to conquer the world. But what happens on the days when that spark disappears? When you wake up tired, unmotivated, and everything feels heavy? That's where consistency matters, because success isn't built on motivation, it's built on discipline and consistency. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't need motivation to do it every day. You just do it because you know it matters for your health. That's how your goals should be treated. Show up for them daily even when you don't feel like it. The truth is, motivation will come and go. Some days you'll be inspired and some days you won't. But if you rely only on motivation, you'll stop the moment it fades. Consistency, on the other hand, keeps you moving forward. Small, steady actions, repeated over time, create unstoppable momentum. Imagine planting seeds in a garden. If you water them only when you feel like it, they'll die. But if you stay consistent, even on the dull days, those seeds will grow into something amazing. So remember this, it's not about how motivated you feel, it is about how committed you are. Stay consistent, keep showing up. Do the work, even on the hard days, because consistency will carry you to your dreams long after motivation is gone. Remember your why when the road gets tough. When life gets hard, and it will, your why is what keeps you moving. Without a strong reason, every obstacle feels heavier, every challenge feels impossible. But when you know why you started, that reason becomes your fuel when everything else runs out. Think about it like this. Imagine running a marathon. At mile 1, you feel great. At mile 10, your legs burn. By mile 20, your body screams to stop. Most people quit here, but the ones who finish aren't the strongest. They are the ones who remember why they're running. Maybe it's for their health, maybe it's for their family, maybe it's to prove to themselves they can. That why carries them across the finish line. Life works the same way. Your goals will test you. There will be days when quitting feels easier than continuing. That's when you need to pause and remind yourself, why did I start? What am I fighting for? Your why gives meaning to the struggle. It turns pain into purpose. And when you anchor yourself to that deeper reason, no storm can shake you off course. So when the road gets tough, and it will, hold tight to your why. Let it remind you of the bigger picture. Let it push you one step further, one day longer. Because your why is the fire that will keep your dream alive until you reach the finish line.